The truth behind America's 34 trillion debt. Section 1. The big number and the big illusion. America's debt is listed at 34 trillion, but most people do not understand what that actually means. The hook is simple. We are told the debt will crush the country, but the truth is that most of this debt is money America owes to itself. The tease is that the real story is not about foreign enemies. The reveal is that the whole system works differently from what people imagine. Section 2. Who America really owes. The largest holder of U.S. debt is the Federal Reserve, which owns over $5 trillion in government bonds. The Federal Reserve buys these bonds using newly created money. Most of the interest the government pays ends up going back to the government. This means the burden is not the same as owing a stranger. It is one part of the system owing another part. Section 3. Social Security and Medicare are lenders too. Social Security holds over $2.5 trillion in government bonds. Medicare holds hundreds of billions. These programs lend their extra funds to the government through treasury bonds. So when politicians say these programs are running out, they're actually talking about one branch of government paying another. Section 4. Americans own trillions in U.S. debt. Banks, pension funds, insurance companies, and regular Americans buy treasury bonds because they are the safest investment in the world. This is not foreign control. It is American savings stored in American government promises. It builds trust in the whole financial system. Section 5. Foreign countries hold less than you think. Countries like China and Japan hold only a small portion of U.S. debt. They buy treasury bonds because they need safe places to store dollars earned from trade. This does not give them control over America. If anything, it makes them depend on the stability of the U.S. system. Section 6. Why the government uses debt. Government debt is not like household debt. The government issues debt to control interest rates, manage money in the economy, and support financial stability. Treasury bonds help banks, pension funds, and global markets work smoothly. They are tools, not warnings of collapse. Section 7. The real limit is not money. The government cannot run out of dollars. The real limit is resources such as workers, materials, and factory capacity. If spending is higher than the economy's ability to produce goods and services, inflation happens. If there is slack in the economy, spending can increase without causing inflation. Section 8. Taxes do not work the way people think. Taxes do not fund spending. The government creates money when it spends and removes money when it taxes. Taxes help control inflation and guide economic behavior. The real question is not can we afford it, but do we have the resources to do it? Section 9. Debt helps keep the global system running. The world uses U.S. Treasury bonds as the safest place to store money. This allows the United States to provide the foundation for global trade. Foreign investors trust U.S. institutions, and that trust supports the value of the dollar. Section 10. The real meaning of the 34 trillion debt. The debt represents safe assets held by Americans, government programs, and global partners. It supports mortgages, retirement accounts, business loans, and everyday financial activity. The problem is not the number. The real issue is how well we use our workers, technology, and resources to improve life in the nation. Section 11. The illusion falls apart. The biggest misunderstanding is believing the government works like a household. Households can run out of money. The government cannot. The true constraints are in real-life limits, such as energy, workers, and materials. The illusion of a dangerous debt hides the real debate about what we should build for the future. Section 12. The new view of debt. Debt is not a crisis story. It is the foundation of the financial world. It is what the world uses to measure trust, save money, and keep the economy stable. Once you see that, the fear disappears. The focus shifts to creating value, not worrying about numbers on a screen.